All right, y'all, we got a new one for you today. 1973 Buick Centurion. Very nice, cool car. Obviously ready for the summer, so stay tuned. We're gonna take you around her, get her on the rack, show you all about her. All right, y'all, we can go ahead and get into it. Like I said, 1973 Buick Centurion. Super clean car. I think it's a good way to get into a big convertible for the summer without spending super big money like Caprice, Impala, sometimes Delta 88s, Deuce and a quarters. It's right along that ilk, so pretty dope for sure. Moving along it, trim and everything looks intact. I would probably say the paint is about a 6.5 to a 7. Obviously, with it being original white, sometimes it does start showing a little bit. So it is driver's quality. It's still good enough for you to drive, obviously, and enjoy it. But if you plan on taking it to car shows and that, it probably will need a paint eventually. All the trim is intact. All the chrome is solid. We got chrome around the wheel arches, and the pinstriping is solid moving down it. Looking down the side of the passenger, she appears to be pretty straight. I don't see any big dents or anything like that. Looking at the trunk, this is one of those spots on most convertibles where the wheels kind of like where the body line meet. You can see a little bit of paint crack in there and a little bit here as well. The excuse me, the bumper is pretty solid. I don't see any dents or anything, nothing falling apart. Eventually it probably will need to be re-chromed because we got some surface rust here. Love this emblem. Coming down the driver's side, again, no big crazy dents, no body work that looks like it needs to be done. It looks pretty straight. Got the parade boot for the convertible. The top does work, no issues at all with the top. We'll take that off when we get ready to do our test drive since it's raining outside. Pretty decent. Looking at the hood of the car, well, I'm sorry, let me get the windshield. Windshield is pretty solid. We didn't have any cracks. We do have a little rock chip here and a little baby one there. Other than that, the windshield is pretty solid. I don't think it's anything that'll impact you from driving it in any way at all. Hood is in pretty decent shape. Got a little bit of a marking there, but like I said, definitely in driver's quality. As far as the front, the chrome is all intact around the headlights. Bumper is pretty solid in the front, and as well as all the trim. I already popped the hood. Let me go ahead and get this open. All right, it is powered by 350, backed by automatic, super clean underneath. Motor looks solid. It is AC equipped, but it is not hooked up, so we can't verify if that actually works or not. We do have power brakes and we got power steering as well. Overall, it's taken care of underneath. No rust or anything to point out. I'm gonna grab the keys and check out the trunk. Whenever it's two sets of keys on it, always got to guess which one is going to work. And we're going to assume it's the red one. Yep. Alright, so we got the trunk open. Let me see if I can get the key out. Trunk is clean underneath. Deck lid is solid. Super clean in here. Pulling back what I can. Pans look solid. Obviously, we'll put it on the rack. We'll get a better look. But it looks clean in here. Doesn't smell mildewy or anything. So I don't think any moisture has been in there. All right. Checking out the interior. I think the interior is where this car really shines. Back seats are solid. Just your normal wear. No type of tears or cracks or anything like that. Nothing wrong with the stitching or anything. And back seats, you can kind of tell. Everything works on the car like it's supposed to. As you can tell, the lights, the windows are manual, so no issues there. Driver's seat, good condition, no rips, no tears. Dash, no cracks here at all to point out, no discoloration. You can tell it was well taken care of. Everything on the dash is where it's supposed to be. Mileage reads 73,057, and we'll test everything on the test drive, of course. Driver's side panel, everything is intact where it's supposed to be. No rust to point out underneath. Obviously, with white cars, they're going to show every single mark and piece of dirt that you can see. And the carpet is pretty solid as well. Let me get over to the passenger side. Passenger side seat, same as the driver's. No rips, no tears. Carpet, nothing to worry about there. No rips or anything like that. And passenger door panel, same condition. So, like I said, the interior is where this car really shines. Really nothing needs to be done except get you a different sound system, probably bring it up to the new age, and just ride it and enjoy it. So stay tuned. I'm taking on a test drive, and we're gonna get ready to start the Centurion. So let's go ahead. Cold start, she fired right up. Left turn signal, right turn signal. Horn is solid. Lights are on. I can see them reflecting, and they're in the dash too. You might not be able to see it good, but they are on. The lower is working for the heat. Obviously, like I said, the AC is not connected, so we have to, you have to figure that out. Fuel reads is full. I doubt that's accurate. Again, 73,057 miles. The clock is actually working. It's not set, but it's going around. And let's check. Oh, and the radio actually works, which is surprising. So that's kind of cool. I would probably leave this in here and put an aftermarket radio in the dash or something. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let the top up. Give me a second. I think I gotta adjust this switch, because as soon as I take my, even if I move a little bit, it stops. So we'll get that adjusted. When I push it all the way up, it stops. It's gotta kind of be in the middle, so I'll get that adjusted. And we're about to go on the drive, so I'm gonna try to lock this down with one hand. Give me a second. There we go. Got it locked in. Top is in excellent condition. I'd fill in the pads. It feels like it had to have been replaced fairly recently, because the glass itself is in perfect condition with no marks. And like I said, the black, there's no marks on it of any kind. So looks like a new top. Let's go ahead and get started. This is actually my first time ever driving one of these. I'm not expecting anything too crazy different from, like I said, your Deltas, deuce and a quarters, anything along that ilk. Again, I know they're different cars, some of them a little bit more luxurious, so it'll be a little bit of different driving dynamics, but I feel like it'll be close to the same, honestly. One thing I can say off the top, I do like how this steering wheel feels, as far as the 3-spoke design, but also how it's got like a nice little tilt away that way instead of being straight up in front. I kind of don't like steering wheels like that, like them big 15s. So kind of like the feel of this. Let's see, driving dynamics. The throttle response is solid. I'm not sure, I don't think it has a crazy amount of power out the 350, but we'll test it and see. Brakes feel good, no complaints there. Getting on it, she's not spinning out the corner, so speedometer looks accurate. Got me doing about 30, which feels about right. Hands off the wheel, she's tracking straight. Steering wheel wise, it's a little bit of play. That's about how much play, and I'm not moving, so about accurate, you know, again, for a 70s car, so no issue there. I'm not gonna slam on the brakes too much because I don't want to go sliding just in case they lock, but they are good. I was able to get on them with zero issues. This car is riding super smooth. Like I said, it's not bouncing. Like, I don't know, just riding good. I don't think anything's been done to the suspension, but we'll see once it's on the rack. As you can hear, again, the engine is, the throttle response is good. And like I said, driving it, my hands are off the wheel again. She's not all over the road by any means. I'll take my hands off when I come to the stop just to see if she pulls either way, but I don't think she will. Hands off the wheel, no pull, so pretty solid. No lights or anything on the dash, which I wouldn't expect anyway. Battery is about to die on the camera. Hopefully I make it back, but I think I got enough content just in case. We're gonna hit our little deep ditch here like we normally do. But with these, I think 14s, I don't expect any type of bouncing or anything anyway. Nope, and no creaks or rattles or anything, so like I said, this is a super solid car. I'm interested to see what she looks like underneath. So stay tuned. I'm gonna take her in, get her on the rack, and we'll check it out. All right, y'all, we got the Centurion up on the rack, starting with the rear bumper. And kind of like I said, the bumper is in good condition, but it probably will need to be re-chromed at some point in time. Like I said, there's no dents or you know, nothing missing. It's just we got some heavy surface rust. Getting underneath the car, frame looks solid. Trunk pans and the gas tank, no signs of leak from the gas tank at all. Try and get up in here. So like I said, you can kind of see the pans. It's pretty solid under here. And of course we got drum brakes in the back, just your stock suspension, nothing crazy. Some point in time the exhaust was redone. As far as the floor pans look excellent. There are no signs of any patchwork, welds, soft spots, or anything like that. That's moving down the driver's side and moving down the passenger side. Also checking out the frame from this side. She appears perfectly straight with no work on it. And we just came off the test drive. I don't have any signs of leak from the trans or the oil pan. Nothing from power steering or the radiator as well. We got disc brakes up in the front, look like single pistons, and then just stock suspension. Again, like I said, floors super solid. Cross member good. Front bumper is in better shape than the rear. You just got your normal little surface rust underneath from rubbing up against things. And then we got our air dam underneath. Didn't know it was lights under here. It's kind of cool. It's kind of weird because you don't think too many people would see them, but maybe it gives it a good afterglow. Have to check that out. Moving along the side, these, I said they were 14s, they're actually 16s. The tires are brand new, all four corners, so tire depth is good. Wheel wells are clean. Moving along the side, again, frame appears to be in great condition and all the chrome trim underneath. The paneling is solid. Wheel well arches. And ignore the dirt, obviously it was raining when we were on the test drive, but chrome is still intact underneath and in good condition. Coming down the driver's side, more of the same. Chrome is good. The body is good. No curb rash on the American Racing wheels. And checking out the frame on the driver's side. Literally, like I said, no issues at all with the frame. Super solid car. All right, I kind of wanted to give a look at the lights underneath. So like I said, it's just the turn signals, but like I said, to me, this is about level. So kind of weird. It don't even seem like you'll really see those, honestly, if you're about there. So weird little design, but if you're interested in this Centurion, make sure you give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check out the Rolling Museums on Instagram and also the website. Appreciate you watching the video.